just coming off the high of LeBron leading the Lakers to their 17th title in the Orlando bubble in just his second year with the team. So, Shannon, which championship run was more impressive to you, Lakers or Dodgers?
Be honest.
Honest.
I mean, it's really hard to say either one because both, what you fought for, didn't come to fruition. You fought to be the #1 seed so you could have home field or home court, and you ended up having to play in a bubble, and then you end up having to play however far Arlington, Texas is from California as your home field. So for me, Skip, if you look at it, the Dodgers beat the #8 seed Brewers 2-0. The Lakers beat the 8 seed, the greatest 8 seed ever, Portland.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
That's even Steven.
Okay.
All right.
The Dodgers beat the 4 seed, the Padres. We beat the 4 seed. Who was that, Skip? The Houston Rockets with 2 MVPs, James Harden, who's revolutionized basketball.
Wait, the Padres had the second best record in the National League, though.
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys beat the Braves 4-3. Braves was up 3-1. That was the 2 seed. We beat the Nuggets, which was the 3 seed, because the 2 seed that we should have been playing gagged. Okay, then they beat the Rays. We beat the Heat. The Rays were the fourth favorite in preseason betting odds. The Dodgers were the favorite. So, Skip, I mean, both, it's like, which is heavier, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? They said the Lakers, we were going to be like the 5th or the 6th, the 4th or the 5th seed, the 6th seed in the West. We weren't even supposed to be here, remember? It was Clippers, because we weren't mentally tough. Remember you said that, Skip?
Yep.
Oh, the Nuggets going to be better. All these executives said, well, who's going to get to the Western Conference Finals? Who's going to get to the NBA Finals? Poor little Lakers couldn't even get a vote. Nobody voted for us. And then they robbed us of the MVP. They robbed us of Defensive Player of the Year. They robbed us of Executive of the Year. They gave Executive of the Year to Lawrence Frank. Skip, you know we deserve that.
And wait, he's with the Clippers. Go ahead.
We got AD. Y'all got Paul George. Even after Kawhi Leonard did a switcheroo on us, we had to fight. We had to put the piece of, okay, we got to get Danny Green.
He bamboozled you.
And guess what? And guess what he got? Guess what he got? Guess what we got? It's equal Skip at 50-50. It ain't no, because what everybody fought for. They were 60 games. They was 43-17. They wanted home field, wanted to see Dodger fans see them celebrate. That didn't happen because of COVID. We fought to be able to have our home games at Staple. That didn't happen. So the mental aspect of it is that you're isolated from your family. You got to do this mentally. I keep telling you, Skip, the greatest key to survival is not size. People think it's size and speed and strength. It's adaptability. You see, the alligator's been around for 60 million years because it's been able to adapt. We were able to win championships. We, Laker Nation, City of Champions, City of Angels, because we could adapt. You couldn't.
The Dodgers just proved to you they could adapt to any circumstance and situation because they scratched and clawed down one of the toughest roads to a championship you will ever see. Meanwhile, your Lakers cakewalked through a bubble owned by LeBron James.
How?
Cakewalk.
How? Let me ask you a question. How did he own the bubble? There was the same circumstances. Everybody else was in the same environment as the Dodgers. The Rays was quarantined, was isolated. The Padres were isolated. The Braves were isolated. The Brewers were isolated. They got no benefit.
Those were all soft bubbles because they weren't exactly keeping you in a confined space. You could go out at night. You could go away. You could see your loved ones. It was different.
Well, that's what happened. That's why they had all these forfeits.
Okay, that is exactly right. What did you get to do? LeBron got to take your team to the bubble because he smelled blood. He said, I got this. I can go back to my AAU days, and I'm going to take my team. I'm going to lead my team, and I'm going to show them. How long did it last? 2 months or whatever?
3 months. They were there 95
3
days.
months, yeah. We will suck it up, and we will embrace the bubble in ways that the Clippers, the team that would have beaten you if you had ever met.
Well, now, since you told me that the Dodgers, that it was a soft bubble, the Lakers had to talk, because there wasn't nothing soft about their bubble. Because guys got sent away when they did things. You remember Danielle House?
Yeah,
guys got sent away. So the Lakers had to tough it because they were in an actual bubble and they were actually quarantined and they had no positive test for 95 of those days.
Okay, and thank you for bringing up the Rockets because in the second round, the divisional round in baseball, the Dodgers had to face the Padres, who, to use a baseball term, could rake.
Yeah.
They had the second best record in the National League, and they were formidable.
Machado and Tatis.
Yes, you got it. And the Dodgers shut them down and shut them up.
Yep.
3-0.
Yes.
And that was it. And then here came the Braves.
Yes.
Third best record in the National League. They led the National League in hits and in on base, and they were second in runs scored and second in home runs. Nuggets, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah,
the Braves were serious business, and the Dodgers were almost done. They were down 3-1, and it looked pretty hopeless, and here came the Dodgers scratching and clawing back into this. LeBron and company never faced the kind of adversity that the Dodgers faced against the Braves because the Braves were really good. They were 50-50 with the Dodgers.
When you like us, Skip, you don't have to worry about adversity. When you got the old GOAT James, and you got DeBron, you got Baby GOAT, what adversity goes over our
Then guess who was waiting for you, for the Dodgers, in the World Series? The Rays, with the second best record in all of baseball. They were a team from top to bottom. They were difficult to deal with. And wait a second, did Blake Snell and Arozarena, let's take those two. Did they get hurt in Game 1 of the World Series? They did not. What happened? Goran Dragic got hurt. He was their leading scorer of the Miami Heat in the finals, in the playoffs. He got hurt in Game 1 and was gone. And Bam hurt his shoulder and was never the same after Game 1.
We beat the brakes off you. Remember, we had a 20-point lead when all those guys got hurt.
Yeah,
we beat the brakes off you in Game 1.
Yeah.
With Bam and Dragic.
You didn't have
beat
a 20,
the brakes.
you had a 40-point lead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With Bam and Dragic.
The Rays were serious business. It took an inexplicably dumb decision by the manager, Kevin Cash, last night in the 6th inning to give you the one break that you got, Dodgers, to get home in 6 games. It looked like it was headed for Game 7.
But think about what we had to do. We're a big team. We like to start JaVale. And then we get to the Rockets, and we got to start Markieff Morris. And then we get to the finals, and we normally like to start. We were playing Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard is stepping to the starting lineup against Jokic. So now we get there, and guess what we do? Say, you know what? Frankie V. The guy that didn't nobody want, he was the 15th option.
Yep.
And they said, you know what? Caruso, get in there. So the adjustments, see, that was the Dodgers won because they didn't win because of this. I believe they still would have won, probably taking them Game 7, because Kevin Cash made a boneheaded move.
Yep.
We had to make strategic moves because that's what we do. Because we want to play big. Okay, y'all got bigs. Okay, we'll play bigs. Y'all want to play medium? We'll play medium. Y'all want to play small? We'll play small. And considering that they weren't totally fully isolated, that they still could go see their loved ones and they could go and come as they please, what the Lakers? We were quarantined, Skip. We were 95 days. Somebody had to come. If you wanted a special kind of food, somebody had to come drop it off. Y'all get to go to the restaurant. Y'all got to go to Mastro's. Y'all got to go to all these fancy places. We had none of that.
The Rays were the Clippers, and the Dodgers beat the Rays in 6. They beat the equivalent of the Clippers because they had to face the Rays.
Well, what if the Clippers had a gag? Because they beat the Astros. They had a big lead. Remember, they were up 3-1. Oh, they were up 3. No, they were up 3-0. What if they had a gag? So we were saying, what we were saying. If the Rays had a gag after being up 3-1, Skip, all you can do is beat who's in front of you. And because we beat who was in front of us, after being isolated, Skip, we were stranded on that bubble island for 95 days with nobody to come break.
Advantage LeBron.
Whoa.
Did you see what my friend Jared Dudley said last week on a podcast about the Clippers? He said those boys did not want to be in the bubble. They didn't want to go in the first place, and they didn't want to stay, and some of them didn't want to stay. Their hearts were not in it. Advantage LeBron.
That's like me growing up. There were a lot of guys that were equally as talented as Shannon Sharp.